What is going on, everyone? Leon checking in, and we're at it again with another video. In today's video, we'll be performing the unboxing and tutorial of the Google Nest Doorbell with battery. Now, this device is featured on the Google's hardware playlist, so you can find information related to this topic quickly and easily. Now, today's video was filmed on the Google Pixel 5a 5G and edited on the Google Pixelbook Go using the PowerDirector app from the Google Playstore. This allows us to put all the devices we reviewed through real-world usage so you can see real-world results. As always, we only feature products or services I buy, use, or am interested in. Don't have time to watch the whole video? We're now a podcast you can find on multiple platforms by searching for Pixels Cracked. And if you are listening to this on a podcast, you can find the more detailed video and YouTube channel by searching for Pixels Cracked as well. All things said, let's go ahead and get into it. So here we are with the Nest Doorbell Battery unboxing. Contents include Nest Doorbell, charge cable, base plate, release tool, wall screws, wall anchors, wire connector, 20-degree wedge, wedge screws, window decal, and 1-year limited warranty. This packaging was wrapped in plastic, which I removed prior to the video, and you can see the lid slides off smoothly. Price comes in at about $180. First, we have the Nest Doorbell Battery in ash. Other color options include snow, linen, and ivy. Next, we have the removable insert, which allows access to the product information. Under the product information, we have the remaining contents. This includes the USB-A to USB-C charging cable, all mounting hardware, and wire connectors. So let's start with the Nest Doorbell Battery. First impression is this device is huge. It measures about 6.5 inches tall. It's comparable in size to a TV remote with a slightly heavier feel. Again, the color option that we have here is ash, which can be explained as a light gray. It's also complemented by the black camera housing. Overall, this configuration looks clean. The camera inside this housing measures 1/3 of an inch and features a 1.3 megapixel color sensor with 145-degree diagonal field of view and 6 times digital zoom potential. It can record HD video at up to 30 frames per second with night vision, which features a range of up to 10 feet. Nest Doorbell Battery ships with 3-hour video recording history. This can be increased to 30 or 60 days with either a Nest Aware subscription or Nest Aware Plus respectively. On the top of the camera housing is hello written in several languages, which is a nice touch. The bottom of the face features the doorbell button and has nice travel and click feedback. This unit features what Google rates a high-quality speaker and two-way audio with noise cancellation. A white and RGB status light are also located on the unit. Nest Doorbell Battery also contains on-device machine learning and automatic updates. The side of the device carries over the ash color, which is complemented by a black base. The rear of the device features the USB-C port for recharging. That being said, Nest Doorbell features a rechargeable lithium-ion battery rated at 6 amp hours or 6,000 milliamp hours. Now, for reference, that's about 1.5 times larger than your smartphone battery possibly. So let's talk initial startup. I'll be using this device with the battery method since I live in an apartment. First, we'll want to install the Google Home app on our phone. Once the app is installed, we can tap the plus icon in the top left-hand corner. Now we're going to look for Setup New Device, and then we're going to tap on it. Now this is a new device, so we're going to tap on New Device. Now we skipped the previous page, and that would just be your address and you'd be confirming it. And now it's looking for devices. So now this shows all our nearby devices, and it looks like the doorbell isn't showing up, so we're going to tap on Set Up a Different Device. And then we're going to tap Next. Now this next page is going to ask us what we're setting up, and we're going to tap on Doorbell. And then this opens up the next page, and it wants to know if we're installing a Nest Doorbell Battery or other Nest Doorbells. Now we're going to be doing the Nest Doorbell Battery, so we're going to tap on it. Now this pulls up a dialog box which asks for permission for Home to take pictures and record video, so we're going to tap on while using the app. This then opens up a new page where we would scan the QR code on the rear of our doorbell. Scanning of the QR code is simple and reliable, and once done we get this new page here which just lets us know that we have a new Nest Doorbell battery, and we're going to tap continue. The next page is us accepting to agree to the Google device arbitration agreement, so we're going to tap I agree. Now this opens up a new page called usage guidelines, and I'm going to scroll down to the bottom. Feel free to pause the video if you want to read this a little bit more in detail, but we're going to go ahead and tap next. This brings us to the next page, which is privacy guidelines, and basically this is just saying don't use this in any unlawful manner or any way that would be similar to spying on people. Also, this is letting you know that you may have to obtain consent from visitors to your home or other individuals. So we're going to tap next. This next page allows us to send data to Google to improve Google Nest Doorbell for everyone. And I usually agree to this, so I'm going to tap yes, I'm in. This next page shows you how to charge a device and what LED appears when it's plugged into power. So we're going to tap next. And now it's getting our home network ready for the doorbell. So now we're at the next screen, which is finishing up the device, and we're all set. The next page is going to ask us what the location will be for this device. So we're going to scroll down here and we're going to tap entryway and then tap next. And now it's going to download and update. Now this next page is going to ask us how our new doorbell is going to be powered. So options include battery and wire terminals. Again, we're going to go with the battery option, and then we're going to tap next. The next page shows us about how high to mount the doorbell, so we're going to tap next. Now the previous page actually shows feed from the doorbell, so you can check it out and see what it looks like. And then this next page is going to ask us if we want to use the included wedge for the doorbell. Now the next page just shows you how to remove the doorbell using the included tool, and it also lets you know that you want to leave at least 2¼ inch space above the doorbell to insert this tool. This next page is just going to show us how to mark the holes for the included wedge, and then we're going to tap next. And then this next page is just going to show us how to use the hardware to mount the wedge. The next page is just going to show us how to mount the base plate to the wedge, and then we're going to tap next. And then this next page is just going to show how to mount the doorbell to the base plate, and then we'll tap next. So again, we have another demonstration on how to use the tool to remove the doorbell, and we can go ahead and tap next. The next page just lets us know that a green light will turn on or remain on whenever the camera is active and processing or recording video, so we're going to tap next. This next page just lets us know that when the camera is blinking green, a home member is viewing live video, so we're going to tap next. And then this next page just lets us know that the Nest Doorbell comes with 3 hours of event video history. Depending on local laws, you may need to display a notice that recording is in progress. When disabled, you will see live video only. You can adjust this later in the settings. So just something to keep in mind. We're going to tap next. And then this next page allows us to adjust the mic settings. We can turn the microphone on or off, and we can also turn the audio recording on or off, and we're going to tap next. And then this next page allows us to enable visitor announcements and uses Google Assistant enabled speakers and displays to announce when a visitor rings our doorbell, and can even announce them by name if you have a Nest Aware subscription and you save their name in your familiar faces. So I'm going to tap on this slider to enable it, and then we're going to tap next. Next, we can choose our spoken language our doorbell will speak, and it's set to English US by default, and we're going to tap next. This next page allows us to sign up for Google's emails, and we can either tap no thanks or sign up. I'm going to tap sign up. And now the setup is complete, and we're going to tap done. Now that we have this device set up, let's take a look at the camera feed. Now before we do so, you do have to use this metal plate here that actually enables the camera on the doorbell and the doorbell button itself. And we can demonstrate this by placing the doorbell on the metal plate. You're going to see that our camera LED is going to light up green, and then the doorbell button should have a ring around it as well that illuminates white if everything is lined up properly. So I moved it here a little bit, and you can see that that ring is illuminating white. So again, everything needs to be lined up to work properly and illuminate properly. So we're going to show a few different examples of what this camera is going to look like in just different settings. So of course everything is well lit right now. It's not completely dark. So this is what it's going to look like when you have a good amount of light. Now I'm actually going to turn off some of the lights because that is hopefully going to bring up the night vision here. So that's a little bit darker. You can see we still have the room door open, but it actually did switch to night vision, which is really fascinating. You can see we have a black and white picture, and the angle here is pretty wide. That's going to be nice as well. But I'm going to close that door to make it a little darker and see what we get. Okay, so we're a little darker, and this looks a little brighter, but still the image is really clear. It's really dark here. You can see that we have these red LEDs, and this whole device, it's like clicking too. It's got like a mechanical kind of thing going on inside of it that changes it from a mode where it can see in daylight to the night vision mode. So you're gonna get some clicking there. But again, we've got these red LEDs. We've got the green LED that's indicating that someone's viewing the feed. And then we've got the doorbell ring. It's still illuminated white. So now that the doorbell is set up and we performed the feed test, I wanted to do a demonstration of what this is going to look like when you connect the doorbell to the base plate. And this is easy to do. We're going to just drop the base plate on top, and it's going to lock in with this button at the top. So we're going to make sure that we press on this a little bit. I'm going to try to make sure not to activate the doorbell, and it's going to click into place. So the question is, what if someone tries to steal your doorbell? So I have the release tool here, and that's what we're going to use to remove the doorbell from the base plate. That's how you would take it off your wall. And to be honest, this is really easy to do. You don't need this tool. You can even use a flathead screwdriver as long as it fits into this little slot here. So that being said, it would actually be pretty easy to steal someone's doorbell. Now the question is someone going to actually try to do this? They might be caught on camera. It is fairly quick to do, so there is the possibility that this could be stolen. Now installation was simple. I just used the base plate and the 2 included screws, and then I just attached the doorbell to that base plate. Now if you're ever wondering what the percent of charge is on your Nest Doorbell battery, all you have to do is go inside the Google Home app, open the live feed, and the percent of charge will be located in the top left hand corner of the feed. So all things being said, let's go ahead and perform a doorbell test.
Someone's at the entryway doorbell.
So that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed it and found it useful, please leave a like. If you're watching this on YouTube and have any questions or comments, as always, drop those down below and I'll do my best to answer them. Now there are 3 ways you can support the channel and podcast. The first way is to click on the Amazon storefront link in the description below. There you'll find items that I have bought or would like to buy, and anything you buy from the storefront does support the content. The next way you can support us is just by sharing this content with someone who might enjoy it or find it useful. And the last way to show your support is just by clicking the subscribe or follow button. Now liking and subscribing are important. Those are your ways to vote on whether you like the video or the podcast. Liking and subscribing are also important for new viewers and listeners. If new viewers and listeners see likes and subscribers, they're going to think that the content is helpful, worth watching, and listening to. So that is pretty much it. And until next time, Leon checking out.
You